1.2600 October 25, 2001 Whistler April 14, 2009 April 8, 20148 Windows XP 64-bit edition NT 5.2.3790 March 28, 2003 April 14, 2009 April 8, 2014 Windows Server 2003 NT 5.2.3790 April 24, 2003 Whistler Server July 13, 2010 July 14, 2015 Windows XP Professional X64 Edition NT 5.2.3790 April 25, 2005 April 14, 2009 April 8, 2014 Windows Fundamentals NT 5.1.2600 July 8, 2006 Iger Munch April 14, 2009 April 8, 2014 4 Legacy 6 Windows Weisten 6.0.6003 January 30, 2007 Longhorn April 10, 2012 April 11, 20179111 Windows Home Server NT 5.2.4500 November 4, 2007 Quattro January 8, 201389.0 Quindal Server 2008 NT 6.0.6003 February 27, 2008 Longhorn Server January 13, 2015 January 14, 20209111 Windows 7 NT 6.1.7601 October 22, 2009 Windows 7, 76, January 13, 2015 January 14, 20201192 Windows Server 2008 R2 NT 6.1.7601 October 22, 2009 Windows Server 7 January 13, 2015 January 14, 2020 Windows Home Server 2011 NT 6.1.8400 April 6, 2011 Vale April 12, 20169 Windows Server 2012 NT 6.2.9200 September 4, 2012 Server 8 October 9, 2018 October 10. 2023111.1 Windows 8 NT 6.2.9200 October 26, January 12, 2012, 201610 Windows 8.1 NT 6.3.9600 October 17, 2013 Blue January 9, 2018 January 10. 2023111.2 Windows Server 2012 R2 NT 6.3.9600 October 18, 2013 Server Blue October 9, 2018 October 10, 2023 Windows 10 NT 10.0.19044 July 29, 2015 Various October 14. 2025, 52, 53, 12 Windows Server 2016 NT 10.0.14393 October 12, 2016 January 11, 2022 January 12. 2027 Windows Server 2019 NT 10.0.17763 October 2, 2018 January 9, 2024 January 9. 2029 Windows Server 2022 NT 10.0.20348 August 18, 2021 October 13, 2026 October 14. 2031 Windows 11 NT 10.0.22621 October 5, 2021 October 14, 2024 version 22H2 77 October 14, 2025 version 22H2 78 Windows Timeline bar chart Add Varsel Tom side The Windows Family Tree Usage Share and Device Sales Windows Logo and Wordmark 2021.svg Version Market Share as a percentage of desktop and laptop systems using Windows 79 according to StatCounter data from October 2022.80 Desktop or StatCounter of the versions 1.02% Windows XP 0.39% Windows 79.61% Windows 80.69% Windows 8.12.45% Windows 1071.29% Windows 1115.44% Use of Windows 10 has exceeded Windows 7 globally since early 2018. 81 for desktop and laptop computers, according to Net Applications and StatCounter, which track the use of operating systems in devices that are active on the web. Windows was the most used operating system family in August 2021, with around 91% usage share according to Net Applications. 82, and around 76% usage share according to StatCounter. 83, including personal computers of all kinds, for example, desktops, laptops, mobile devices, and game consoles. Windows OSes accounted for 32.67% of usage share in August 2021, compared to Android, highest, at 46.03%, iOS's 13.76%, iPadOS's 2.81%, and macOS's 2.51%, according to Net Applications, 84 and 30.73% of usage share in August 2021, compared to Android, highest, at 42.56%. iOS /iPadOS as 16.53% and macOS 6.51%, according to StatCounter. 85. Those statistics do not include servers, including so-called cloud computing, where Microsoft is known not to be a leader, with Linux used more than Windows, as Net Applications and StatCounter use web browsing as a proxy for all use. Security. Early versions of Windows were designed at a time where malware and networking were less common and had few built-in security features. They did not provide access privileges to allow a user to prevent other users from accessing their files, and they did not provide memory protection to prevent one process from reading or writing another process's address space or to prevent a process from code or data used by privileged mode code. While the Windows 9X series offered the option of having profiles for multiple users, it had no concept of access privileges, allowing any user to edit others' files. In addition, while it ran separate 32-bit applications in separate address spaces, protecting an application's code and data from being read or written by another application, it did not protect the first megabyte of memory from userland applications for compatibility reasons. This area of memory contains code critical to the functioning of the operating system, and by writing into this area of memory an application can crash or freeze the operating system. This was a source of instability as faulty applications could accidentally write into this region, potentially corrupting important operating system memory, which usually resulted in some form of system error and halt. 86. Windows NT was far more secure, implementing access privileges and full memory protection, and, while 32-bit programs meeting the .C2 security rating, 87, Yet these advantages were nullified by the fact that, prior to Windows Vista, the default user account created during the setup process was an administrator account. The user, and any program the user launched, had full access to the machine. Though Windows XP did offer an option of turning administrator accounts into limited accounts, the majority of home users did not do so, partially due to the number of programs which required administrator rights to function properly. As a result, most home users still ran as administrator all the time. These architectural flaws, combined with Windows's very high popularity, made Windows a frequent target of computer worm and virus writers. 88, 89. Furthermore, although Windows NT and its successors are designed for security, including on a network, and multi-user PCs, they were not initially designed with Internet security in mind as much, since, when it was first developed in the early 1990s, Internet use was less prevalent. 90. In a 2002 strategy memo entitled Trustworthy Computing sent to every Microsoft employee, Bill Gates declared that security should become Microsoft's highest priority. 91. 92. Windows Vista introduced a privilege elevation system called User Account Control. 93. When logging in as a standard user, a logon session is created and a token containing only the most basic privileges is assigned. In this way, the new logon session is incapable of making changes that would affect the entire system. When logging in as a user in the administrators group, two separate tokens are assigned. The first token contains all privileges typically awarded to an administrator, and the second is a restricted token similar to what a standard user would receive. User applications, including the Windows shell, often started with the restricted token, resulting in a reduced privilege environment even under an administrator account. When an application requests higher privileges or run as administrator is clicked, UAC will prompt for confirmation and, if consent is given, including administrator credentials if the account requesting the elevation is not a member of the administrators group, start the process using the unrestricted token. 94. Leaked documents published by WikiLeaks, codenamed Vault 7 and dated from 2013 to 2016, detailed the capabilities of the CIA to perform electronic surveillance and cyber warfare. 95. Such as the ability to compromise operating systems such as Windows. 96. In August 2019, computer experts reported that the Bluekeep security vulnerability, CVE 2019-0708, that potentially affects older unpatched Windows versions via the program's remote desktop protocol, allowing for the possibility of remote code execution, may now include related flaws, collectively named DigiBlue, affecting newer Windows versions, IE Windows 7 and all recent versions, as well. 97. In addition, experts reported a Microsoft Security vulnerability, CVE 2019-1162, based on legacy code involving Microsoft CTF and CTFman.exe, that affects all Windows versions from Windows XP to the then most recent Windows 10 versions. A patch to correct the flaw is currently available. 98. Microsoft releases security patches through its Windows Update service approximately once a month, usually the second Tuesday of the month, although critical updates are made available at shorter intervals when necessary. 99. Versions subsequent to Windows 2000 SP3 and Windows XP implemented automatic download and installation of updates, substantially increasing the amount of users installing security updates. 100. Today, Windows integrates the Windows Defender antivirus, which is seen as one of the best available. 101. Windows also implements Secure Boot, Control Flow Guard, ransomware protection, BitLocker disk encryption, a firewall, and Windows Smart Screen. File permissions. All Windows versions from Windows NT 3 have been based on a file system permission system referred to as accounts, global, domain local, permissions, in which file permissions are applied to the file/folder in the form of a local group which then has other global groups as members. These global groups then hold other groups or users depending on different Windows versions used. This system varies from other vendor products such as Linux and NetWare due to the static allocation of permission being applied directly to the file or folder. However, using this process of AGLP/UPDOP/ORGUDOP allows a small number of static permissions to be applied and allows for easy changes to the account groups.
Yes, the camcorder is close out of power. Now it's 9 p.m. Watching the Danish news a little bit. So this 4-part video. I will watch the evening news, then I will continue with my old Canon